Tag to my German viewers and hello to the rest of the world. It is week 11, the beginning of the end, the last program for the series. After that, there's no new program, it's the competition, where I go towards these goals of a 110 kilo snatch and 135 kilo clean and jerk. Now, one thing I was thinking about that I haven't addressed to you guys is the punishment for this series if I don't get my goals. For the stronger bodyweight workout series, the punishment was to shave my head completely bald, which unfortunately happened. Now, I want you to suggest punishments for this series if I don't get the goals. Leave them in the comments section below, and the comment with the most thumbs up will be the punishment. On to questions for this week, with the first one from Callum Ramsey Brown. Hey Tyson, as someone who clearly loves training so much, why do you train so little? What successful weightlifting nation has ever based their training system on such small volume? I'm lifting my 1RM on front squat, back squat, snatch, clean and jerk, and an accessory every day, and having a blast doing it. I wouldn't say I train a little, but what you've got to understand is I'm not an elite level lifter. I'm aiming to get to that level, and yes, if I was at that level, I would be training more than 4 times a week. From my understanding, elite level lifters peak roughly once or twice a year. And whilst they do train a lot more than me, they still go by a set and rep scheme that is tailored to produce progress over time. Kind of like a wave. It's not just max out every day. I love training, but it's not like I love training, I have to max out every day, that blind-like love. I use programs which are strategic and effective when combined with a persistent and passionate individual. Camper Tug. Do not go camping with this person. Is the deadlift any different from the clean pull / first part of the clean regarding the upper body position or angle? No, it's generally the same. As I mentioned, I have a narrower stance and narrower grip, as well as lifting in bare foot, but the upper body position and angle is going to be the same as the clean. That's the questions for this week. Let's see what this new program has in store. It's the return of C4 by Cellucor. This is the exercise that I wasn't able to do back when I was training at the other gym. At first I found this exercise awkward. I was used to pulling the bar from the ground, but I'm accustomed to it now and it's one of my favourite exercises. This is the exercise that helps to build leg strength in the clean. If you, like me, have trouble getting out of the clean once you've racked it, this is the exercise for you. I'll also add the reason I didn't drop the weight back down to the blocks is because they're way too flimsy to take the impact. Jerks were feeling good tonight, no problems, and that forearm pain hasn't been back for a while now. Back squats were relatively trouble-free tonight, and it was the same with the pulls, which, by the way, will be at 150 kilos for the rest of the series. Post-workout was Optimum Nutrition's Hydro Whey. Overall, this session was a really good start to the week.
We're going for 4 doubles tonight at 100 kilos. Now the last workouts you've seen of snatch, it's very inconsistent. Something's happened since I have maxed out. It could be a whole range of things. All I know is my technique has been thrown out and I'm not getting my head through. Maybe feels a little bit slower. I don't feel as aggressive in the pull. Regardless, hitting this 100 for a double will be a new PB for me. I'm really hoping to smash it 4 times. I just got to get the head through, be fast with my movements. I'm wearing the full weightlifting suit tonight just to change it up a little bit. See if that helps, because I mean this is what I'll wear in competition. So here we go, first set. Head not through. I realised watching the footage, I'm not catching it on my heels. I'm very forward on my toes. Probably what puts the bar a bit over, falls. I don't know where this has come from. It's really frustrating. Knowing that, I'm going to try and just slam it on my heels, get this double. I'm dropping it down to 90 kilos. It looks disgusting. I can see how I'm leaning forward on the toes. I can see how my whole body is etched over. Let's just say I have a strong enough overhead position to hold that. Once it gets to PB weight, that position isn't going to save you no matter how strong you are, because it's not the ideal position. It puts the bar out of the center of gravity, dropping it forward. I've added 5 kilos, so it's 95. Side on view for you, so whether I get it or whether I don't, you're still going to see what came out of alignment, which is helpful for me and for you to understand. But I'm getting it. So that's 95 for a double. As you can see, I stepped out both times. I'm going to go for 100 kilos for my last set. Let's do it. What's going to happen is 2 things. One, I'm going to get it because I now have feedback of what I'm doing wrong, and I'll be able to predetermine and correct that technique to get the 100 kilos. Or 2, what just happened at 95 kilos is going to be exaggerated on the 100, and I'm going to lose it forward. If I miss it twice, it's back down to 95. Rushed and weak, not tight at all. I know in my head, consistently training this, I'll improve, particularly if I'm being coached as well. As I've said many times, I'm still learning. There might be something obvious I'm doing wrong, but there's no one here to tell me. So I've dropped it down to 95 and I have 1 rep left, which I'm going to do now. Snatch balance has always been difficult for me. I think if I can master this exercise, that is getting comfortable dropping straight into that bottom position, then it's going to help my actual snatch a lot. need to get this last rep of this set. But then I think 120. I should be doing heavier.
I started front squats with 125 kilos, but dropped down to 120 kilos after the first set. The chest could have been prouder in these pulls in the set position. I finished the session with hyperextensions to help with lower back strength and stability. I did these last session as well, I just didn't film it. Post-workout was whey protein isolate by Bulk Nutrients. Pre-workout was Pre by Optimum Nutrition. This was a PB double. I think it looks pretty strong. I was happy with the elbow position upon racking these cleans. This session I really just put my head down and did what had to be done, with little if any problems along the way. Post-workout was Isoburner by Nutrabolics. Weighed myself in at the end of this session. As you can see, I'm training slightly above 85 kilos and have been most of the series. I changed the name of this exercise from muscle snatch to straight leg snatch, but it's still exactly the same exercise. Because this exercise is a drill for technique and essentially part of the warm-up, I'll just show you a couple of reps. Power snatch felt easy. Just had to make sure I was snappy with the feet. I was pleasantly surprised with the snatch press. 50 kilos was difficult but manageable, and I was very happy with the technique compared to the nightmare that was weeks 1 to 4. Even front squat felt great. I started with 120 kilos, but moved back up to 125 for the last 2 sets. I think all this strength may be coming from the 2-day break between this session and the last 3 sessions, which were all done in a row. I had an open house at my apartment, so technically an open apartment, so I had to leave gym after these pulls, but I did the hyperextensions at gymnastics training later that day. Post-workout was Isoburner by Nutrabolics. Week 11 is now finished. Aside from snatch, it was an awesome start to the final program, and I hope I can carry that momentum over to next week, which is 90%. It's week 12, where I'm lifting close to max, and I even attempt the 100 kilo snatch double again. Will I get it this time? Watch week 12 next Thursday to find out. Who's this? Who's this guy? Special guest for this week is no other than Fitness FAQs. Here he is practicing some jerks and he's gone. Hey guys, it's Daniel here from Fitness FAQs. Make sure you subscribe to Tyson. He's an awesome guy. I love him. He's a good one. Oh.